Today we have Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures Connects Pack. This is a figure pack that is retailed for about $5. There are 7 different packs available, and you can collect up to 14 figures, therefore, because each pack has 2 figures inside and 1 stand. Some figures require stands, so that's why they include that. This has been released in 2013. They're still available in Target and Toys R Us in 2014. You can see how it looks all around, showing off some of the figures. Not all of them, but quite a handful of the figures. Of course, the main icon, Pac-Man, is shown on the top with this little ghost. On the back of the package, there's not much to go over. And I do apologize if I didn't remember the set number, because it's not really in a visible spot. 64089, that's what it says on the very side of it. But like over here. Ages 5 and up. And here's what it looks like with all the figures. And here's the stand. 2 figures and 1 stand. I think we went over that quite enough. We have a little checkbook here. This allows you to see all the different figures. And as you start to open it up, you get to see how the stand is used. This shows all the figures that work with the stand. So every stand is the same. The figures vary from package to package. Open this up, and here we have everything you need to know for the checklist. Basically, it gives you what every figure is inside of each pack. Yeah, I should have called them packs. That would have been funny. I'm going to start that. Never mind. Anyways, you get to see how Pac-Man himself is built, as well as some of his friends. I don't know some of these other characters. I hardly even know the ghost names, honestly. But it shows how to build them in different forms. And you can see the eyes fit in there. And then again, we can see the figure shown on the top. First thing we have is the stand. Basic 2 translucent pieces. Seems to, be pretty sturdy, but we'll see how it works with our figures. First pack, or little packaging, will open up, and yes, these are how they're made in the packs. First one, anyways, is the blue ghost, so we'll just open him up. He's only got 2 pieces on him, which is good. Easy to slip on. Just has a big click in there. Alright, so there he is. So kind of a classic remake of a classic type of ghost from Pac-Man. Got little arms. Mean looking eyes. I guess maybe you could try to switch them over. I don't know if they can work that way too. And you can see there's a peg on the back of him. And we also have a very hollow inside. That hollow inside has a section where you can put this peg on. And then you can have him simulate floating. There we go. Now this little peg on the back allows you to have a special feature with him. This is kind of your Flickr missile, but for, these ghost figures. You push this in, and bops their eyes out, basically. Or so I think it's supposed to work. Maybe they don't. I thought it was supposed to, shoot them out. From what I've heard, that's what they're supposed to do, but I don't know if they actually do. No, it's in there pretty tight. So I guess it's just meant to stay there permanently or something. I do apologize. I don't really follow Connects Pac-Man too much, so I do not know much about it offhand. But it does allow you to use micro pieces to attach on the back of him, have him simulate floating, or try to put him in some sort of motion. If you have the right pieces, you could make him floating from the top. Next pack that we have is, of course, Pac-Man. And you can notice this one is split up into 2 different sections, with the arms, legs, gloves, shoes in one, and the ball-shaped head in another. When I was filling this package, I only really felt for the head, and that was pretty much the first package I felt, so I was like, well, I don't really have to fill any others. Get back here. Get Pac back. I'm going to keep doing that, aren't I? Alright, so we'll get these pieces out. I do apologize, this is taking kind of long for a figure review. And we'll put them together. So, got feet. This one would be the more elaborate build of the two figures. We'll just take a look at his head all the way around. Pretty easy to find. You just feel for the mouth and the ball-shaped head of his. Pretty unique. So not too hard to find. And we do have a feature to have his mouth open up like so. So if you wanted to, just have him go, wah, 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 wah. I can't do the sound very well, but you got that feature so you can actually have him eating or chomping or talking. So I kind of like that. It's kind of funny, kind of cool. Okay, we do have some little brick-like pieces on the bottom of him. I had the shoes on wrong. To get back to that, so you can attach him to brick surfaces. Your standard ones, your Connect ones, some Lego ones maybe. We could test that in another video if you would like to see it. And then we have the arms. These arms are very similar to the ones we've seen for Super Mario figures. Maybe a slight difference just by color or by shape or size. So there we have our Pac-Man, fully articulated in his legs. This is the more human form of him, which we've seen countless times, a few times in the video game world, but many times in other productions such as TV. You know, because this isn't the first Pac-Man TV show. It's actually one of many. You have his arms that can move around, but I'm starting to notice this one's falling off just by a first try at him. The arms are connected to the top portion of his head, so if you want him to eat, ah, where's my lunch? I don't know what he talks like. You could have him sit down pretty nicely. Of course, he'd be a little top heavy. But you can move his feet. You can move his arms all the way around. But his arms may pop off a little bit just by moving them. You see? So you just have to be careful when moving them. And to be sure to fit them back in when you have them where you want to. So, overall, these figures are really nice. I like the adaptation for them. I actually don't mind that they're, you know, Pac-Man's a human form and then Ghost looks a little different. You know, I'm a classic Pac-Man fan. I've played the first one and Ms. Pac-Man, and there's another one I'm trying to remember. Like Pac-Man Fever. No, not Pac-Man Fever. That's a song. There's like another, like, Pac-Man Revised Edition. It was with the Xbox 360 when you get the arcade version. But that was kind of cool. It's still like the basic Pac-Man game, but it just has different colors and like changing boards like every single turn. So it's very interesting. But still a classic Pac-Man fan at most. Do I watch the TV show? No, I don't. Do I keep up much with Pac-Man? Not really. But as a classic, you know, video game icon, this is one that people would really like. So it's really nice to see these two figures made into a Connect form, and they're relatively, you know, minifigure size. Okay, maybe a little bit bigger, but, you know, they're not too huge. And if you compare them to Mario figures, they're about the same size too. So let me just give a quick look how these shoes will work on brick surfaces. Well, holding up pretty well. So, I appreciate that. Here's another question to throw in. Would I buy more of these packs? I really don't know. I mean, if I were to buy any more of them, it would just be to get the other ghosts. And to be honest, I don't know the other characters that they have in this series, except for the ghosts. In fact, even some that look like ghosts, I don't know what they are. I mean, this guy definitely looks like the orange guy from many Pac-Man games. Oh, Pac-Man Arrangement was the other game, and Pac-Attack. Okay, so I keep up with it a little bit, or I just happen to have some Pac-Man games, but truth be told, I don't really play them much. So, for most fans of video games, you're probably just going to want to get Pac-Man and the Ghost just like you see them here. Whereas, if you don't know the other figures, you're probably not interested. They're based on the TV show, and to be honest, I don't watch the TV show, so I don't know what they are. I think it's kind of interesting how they tried to expand the Pac-Man world, but I don't know how well it does in the overall. For me, it doesn't really attract much attention. I just like the classic game. So, thanks for watching this video. I'm sorry it took a little while. And we will see you next time with more Connect set reviews. Hello everyone, Maniac for Lego here. Sorry. Just as another thing for this review, you can take off the eyes. It's kind of a flick fire missile, but it's a very hard to push one. So, and I just watched a video from Connect where they do that, so it is supposed to happen. Let me see if I can do it just right. Set them up. Okay. That's good enough. You're supposed to just like press on it in the back and then shoot out. You can see it like that. But I'm not getting as much as, you know, not really getting far with it. It's actually just falling out in the back. I mean, the back of it just keeps holding on, and the rest of it just kind of falls down. It's because it's, like, too large. So, I don't know if that's really working. Yeah, if I take this thing off. Oh, that might be it, actually. There we go. Because this piece in the center is attaching to the stand that we had. Sorry, that fell over. So that's why it wasn't falling out all the way. Sorry about that. Anyways, in case you were wondering, the eyes are supposed to pop out. And supposed to, apparently, shoot at Pac-Man. Well, he missed. Whee! But it's actually funny to have the eyes out like this, so that you could, you know, imagine that you already, like, ate the ghost, and then it's just the eyes falling back to the middle of the board. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. I'll be watching you.